So ideally, the use of the portfolio approach allows you to do more than just do the assignments for the class. Yeah, we're going to do assignments, we're going to do work in the class here, but ultimately what I want you to be able to do is to capture examples of that work that you're doing in class into your portfolio and spend some time actually thinking about why, what's the meaning of what the work you're doing, what this work shows, so that you can approach the work at a little bit deeper level. Now I understand this is a freshman survey course, it's a gen ed satisfier, most of you are in here in order to be able to say to SUNY, I'm a well-rounded student because I have fulfilled my natural sciences requirement, but there's no reason why during the time you're in here you can't spend some time actually thinking about what this all means, how this work that you're doing in this freshman non-science science class might relate to some of your larger goals that you have as burgeoning adults. Okay, so I want to quickly share with you this framework that is oftentimes used for thinking about portfolios. We'll talk about how the portfolio space differs from our course space in Moodle in just a minute. But essentially, your portfolio space is yours. It's a place where you can collect examples of your work, whether they're in class, whether they're outside of class, whether they are co-curricular activities, whether they are classwork, whether they are internships, job experiences, whatever. Your portfolio space is a place where you can collect all this stuff. But just collecting this stuff is not enough, so that's the first part, the collect. Within your portfolio, then, you have the ability to say, well, these 5 pieces really show how I am developing my quantitative literacy skills that are part of what we're trying to accomplish here in Science in the Modern World. I'm not going to be a scientist when I grow up, but I need to be able to deal with technical issues that have numerical components that are presented to us when we're in the ballot box or whatever, and so I'm developing my quantitative literacy skills by doing this, and this in our Science in the Modern World class. So collecting materials, selecting on them, and then, as I talked about, hopefully we'll have some time to have ongoing reflection about what you're working on, what it all means to you, what it means to the class, what you're having difficulties with, what are the breakthroughs you're making. I don't know if you'll have any breakthroughs while you're in the class here, but those kinds of deeper issues about what is going on with your learning. Then we can talk about connecting and projecting. I won't talk about this in detail, but hopefully what we're doing in class here has some connection to other aspects of your curriculum, other aspects of your life. And then the nice thing about the portfolio system, and we'll focus on that a little bit today, is that it gives you the opportunity to project a view of yourself to different audiences. You're all freshmen. You've got 4 years ahead of you here at Purchase. I am making you do a course-related portfolio for the course here, but this is your space. So as you go through the rest of your curriculum, as you go through the courses in your major, this will provide you a space where you can collect examples from different courses and other activities on campus, and be able, at the end of the day, to package a view of that to share with a potential employer off campus, or a graduate school admissions committee, or whatever audience you want to be able to share that with. So if you just get in the habit of collecting examples of your work as you go on, you'll have that raw material to bring together at the appropriate time, to really show off, here is my work at Purchase College and why you should admit me, why you should hire me, why you should whatever. Okay, just briefly, our Moodle course space is all about the course. It's essentially my space. I set up the resources, I set up the activities, I invite you in, I have you participate on the things that I've set up. It's not quite as authoritarian as that. There are some opportunities for you to collaborate as students within the course space. But it really is a faculty-led space where faculty can control what's going on. And you'll have some faculty who will do nothing in your Moodle course. You'll have other faculty like me who do a lot and everything in between. But you're kind of along for the ride in terms of what's going on in Moodle. As opposed to your ePortfolio space in Mahara, you own that stuff, you have control, and actually I can't even see what's in your Mahara accounts, even though you're in my class, until you decide to package the stuff that you've got in your Mahara account into a portfolio page that you share with me as the instructor. That's the same with all of your instructors. Okay? So I encourage you to think of your Mahara space as your space here at Purchase, where you can begin to develop a sense of your professional online presence. I'm sure most of you are in Facebook. I did this survey, but I haven't collated the results. You may have Tumblr accounts, Instagram, Pinterest. You've got a lot of platforms where you can develop a social presence online. How many of you have a place where you can develop a professional presence online? LinkedIn? Yeah. Okay, some of you may have started working on LinkedIn. That's another platform for developing a professional presence online. But the portfolio is a little bit different than LinkedIn. LinkedIn is more kind of still a social networking kind of space. This is more a space for you to assemble and think about your stuff and decide how you want to present it to the world. Again, what makes the portfolio page different than just opening up a Word document and writing an assignment is the ability to take lots of different examples of your work, bring them together, and add reflections. Here is a review portfolio page that I put together a few years back now as part of my annual review. You can see that I have uploaded some documents. I've got my CV and a statement of my professional and teaching and scholarship activities, my service. I've got links out to my faculty website to list my publications and so forth. So it allows me to bring lots of stuff together and package them in a way that I can then reflect on and say, if you look at the syllabi from my courses and my publications and so forth, here's what I want you to realize about what I'm trying to do in my teaching and librarianship as part of my position. You should be thinking the same way over your 4 years here at Purchase. This is just a portfolio from my online Life in the Universe course. Again, it's a matter of the student has put together some discussion forum postings since the course was occurring online. Much of the course discussion was happening in online discussion forums. So bringing in some reflections, some discussion forum posts, examples of assignments, adding some imagery, trying to package this all up in a format that says, here's what I've accomplished in the class and how it relates to the learning outcomes that SUNY expects from the course. This is essentially the kind of thing that we'll be talking about doing in the course here, but maybe a little bit more extensively. just another example. I think I will actually not dwell on these much more, but again, you can see in this case, the student included an image gallery, some files, cover letter, and some other resume kind of information, pictures of the lab group that they were working in the summer. So with your portfolio, you have the ability to bring in all sorts of of stuff. If you I'm going to encourage you all to, document what's going on in class with your cameras on your phones. There are some apps that you can use to upload images you're taking in class directly into your portfolio. If you put video on the web, that web video can be incorporated in your portfolio. So you have a lot of opportunity here.